Your hands were interlaced all day. You spent your school hours aimlessly roaming around town. When the fog had subsided in the morning, Pony smiled at you, small dimples appearing from either side of his mouth that made you smile right back. His smile had remained on his face most of the day. He made you such a happy being. You never wanted anything more but to be next to Ponyboy. You knew you loved him, but you tried to hide it from coming up in your mind. The two of you wandered home when you started seeing kids from school going home themselves, and friendship packs and gangs, looking so happy. Whether as you and Pony looked at each other like you were something holy. You walked into Pony Street, hand in hand, singing Elvis as loud as you could. As you arrived to his rugged yet homey house, you took a good look. The home standing before you was your second, your go-to place. You never cared about the condition or the location. You loved it as though it were a mansion. It was your not-so-family home, because the gang were your family. They just felt as much a family as your mother and father. Pony opened the gate before you, ushering you into the residence with a grin. You knew how much he appreciated you, but you knew you appreciated him more. The Curtis door was opened, and the aroma of the family smell filled your nostrils. Such a familiar smell, like soap, coffee, and chocolate all mashed together. You remembered how the place used to smell of smokes, but Pony quit for a track and for you. He finally figured out how much you hated it. Derry ruled out that if anyone smokes, they do it outside. Welcome to the Curtis house, Ryan. Pony gives a warm welcome as you walk through the door. You walk through the living room and sit right on the couch. Nobody was home. Soda and Derry were still at work and were due soon. Your friend sits next to you, maybe a little too close, and your face flustered a little. He looked down at your fidgeting fingers, up to your face. He analyzed it for a second, looking deep into your eye-colored eyes. His eyebrows furrowed with concern toward you. You were trying so hard to conceal the feelings of love inside. You just wanted to smash your face into his. Ryan, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. You try to smile back, but you fail, and he looked down at your lips. He can't like me. He can't like me. The gap between your faces got smaller and smaller, then bigger and bigger. You clenched your eyes together and turned away. Ryan, what do you want for dinner? Derry just got here. He whispered to you before he got up to say hello to his brother. You got up and trailed behind the boy. Lord help me, I'm flying over Melbourne and it's so damn pretty, and I thought about this boy I never see, and he lives here, and I swear I love, and the Johnny Boy by Top came on and I could honestly bawl. Derry saw you behind Pony and his face lifted. Ryan! Long time no see, buddy. He hugged you and twisted you around with joy. You loved Derry, even when Pony and him didn't love each other. Have you been, Derry? How's work going? Really well, actually, Ryan. I just got promoted. Dinner is whatever we like tonight. Down for a picket and Sutton? Oh yes, Pony and you say in unison. You were starving, and you knew Ponyboy was too. Neither of you had a thing since the early afternoon, when you had gone back to your house for sandwiches. Well, 2-Bit Steve and Soda will be here soon, and we'll head out then. Derry finished off, and right then, 2-Bit burst through the door, beer in hand, smile on face. 2-Bit's humorous personality was infectious. He could always make you smile even at your saddest. Mix on, no time to waste! He rushed past the living room and turned the small color television on, turning it to the channel that Mickey Mouse was on. He took a sip of his beer and sat in front of the screen with crossed legs, just like a child he was. And it was madly admirable of him. As you were all sitting around the small TV, and Derry was counting cash, take the gang to Pickett and Sutton, Soda Pop and Steve walked through the door. Steve was bored and impatient to do something fun from school, and Soda was tired from a day working with his cars. Pony again sat next to you on the couch, less close now. You wanted him closer, though. You always do. You put your hand on his and smiled. You alright, Ponyboy Michael? He looked down to your hands and looked back up to you with a grin. I couldn't be finer. Thank you for listening. Have an amazing morning, have an amazing evening, have an amazing afternoon, whenever you are, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Please stay tuned for the next video I post.
I was listening to the ocean.